This painting is called Blue Man with Harmonica, and it's based on a painting I had done a while ago, triggered by a man on the subway that was deep in thought, and it was all very blue lighting, and it always felt like a jazz man. So I did it again differently, and I added a harmonica, and it's going to be part of a series of limited palette paintings that are based on the Mississippi Delta Blues jazzmen. Yeah, I actually paint in acrylic and watercolor, and I illustrate in watercolor. So I like to bounce around a lot and keep it more fresh and interesting. And it depends on what I'm creating, which medium I choose. No, actually my illustrations are really tight, and I have to take a step back and loosen up. So I think by going to acrylic, it lets me come back and loosen up and then go back to my illustrations a little bit freer. I studied fashion design originally, but I was always drawn to shoes. It always seemed like shoes is where an outfit for me starts. So it like builds from the ground up. It's like if you get the shoes right, everything else will work. So I've illustrated hundreds of shoes, and I've made a lot of illustrations of shoes out of unexpected things, out of food and flowers, and made stuff that is obviously not wearable, but it's very whimsical. Oh, definitely. We live in Maplewood, and I'm very influenced by the age of when these towns were built. A lot of my paintings are drawn from the time period of the late 1800s into the 1920s. So it's had a tremendous influence. Yeah, and as I've done each tour, because it's funny, on the tours you don't really see the other artists and you don't get to see their work, but each year as you come to the meetings and go to more shows, I've gotten to meet a lot more, and I feel much more connected to the community now, the art community, than when we first moved here. Come to the studio tour.
Yes, great. Talk a little bit about how important that is.
Well, it's very important. I mean, there's the people who exhibit in their homes and the people who exhibit in, in the group spaces. And I really hope that people will make the effort to see a lot of everything, and make it worthwhile for all the artists who do all this work and put themselves out there and open their homes and open their studios. And we're waiting for the people to come in and see.